What's up, everybody? I'm finna read pages 20 through 25. So, this is part 5 of spiritual warfare. Let me know how you like it. Without further ado. Okay, as you can tell, the young couple were bringing ideas together with the people of faith. When they combined with each other's ideas, they strategically planned to get the public's attention through both ways of their known approach. The very next day, the group puts their plan into action while finding somewhere to post up and preach to the people that want to better understand the ways of prayer and medicine. The spot they chose will be near the end of the neighborhood. Surprisingly, the spot is near the facility where the young couple works. As it was time for the young couple to go to work, the people of faith were setting up their stand to preach to the public. The young couple goes into work with the intentions of seeing the patients up on their feet and feeling better from being knocked out by the vengeful spirit's magic. Sadly, the patients were still under the influence of the magic. Moreover, the patients were scared to go back to the group session. At least that's what the patients thought until the young couple tries to talk with each patient. All agreed to come back to group except for one of them. The one that didn't agree to come back to the group was suffering from cardiac arrest. The patient screams in pain while the group helplessly watched the patient die in a matter of seconds. The patient's last words were telling the group that they need to get right with God before it's too late. The patient slowly took the last breath and passed away. The patient's eyes were wide open, but the screams of the dead patient in the background being taken by the vengeful spirit grows loud. The young couple and the patients heard the dead patient's voice and gave it the comparison of soul torture from the early stages of psychotic behavior. In other words, the dead patient's voice put everyone in scare mode. After the scare, the young couple and the patients took precaution with the vengeful spirit by writing out prayers with scriptures on them. Then everyone posts their papers on the wall for the public to see. Lastly, the group gathers around in a circle and starts praying. While praying, the group noticed the voices getting louder to them. It was like a high-pitched rant that only the disabled could hear. With that in mind, the group kept praying to exorcise the vengeful spirit out of their lives. The downside of that was the more the group prayed, the more the voices kept going as the wickedness was fleeing from the group. As soon as the vengeful spirit flees the group, hears the voices of the patient who died recently in their room. The voice was screaming at the group to help them. The group couldn't help but to listen to the voices of the two spirits. The young couple rushed outside to alert the people of faith of this new discovery. They reached them, followed by the voices, which slowed them down a bit, and everyone in the group was shocked at the news. The people of faith felt bad for the young couple and the family of the patients who passed. So the people of faith gave them advice and asked a couple of people in the faith with them to go inside of the facility to give them comfort to the young couple and the patients. That's what I'm referring to. The people of faith would also tell the group to read the scripture, the specific scriptures for the ongoing situation they are going through. The voices grew louder, and the vengeful spirit told everyone to read Isaiah chapter 14, verse 20. After reading that scripture, another patient is taken by the vengeful spirit with a sickness. Then the patient drops dead in front of the whole group. This actually made the group go into a bad headspace, paranoia towards the situation. So the group received 2 members of the people of faith to each of the patient's rooms. Meanwhile, the group carried the patient that fell dead back into the building as they agreed to have 2 members in the patient's rooms. The voices of the newly dead patients were screaming for help as the vengeful spirit quotes the scripture from Exodus chapter 20. As the voices kept going, the group made an agreement to stick together while they read the scripture after each other to keep their sanity intact. However, the group's sanity would be tested when the vengeful spirit speaks to them. The vengeful spirit would then keep quoting the dead patient's voices to help them and said, "Where was this when it was just me?" Hey, this page 25. I'll begin with that next story time. But tell me how you like it. Peace.